Body born in the month of March. Please stand and be recognized.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
God bless you.
Macedonia's Women's Fellowship Ministry presents the Kingdom Women's Conference 2018, destined for such a time as this, Saturday and Sunday, March 17th and 18th. Today is the deadline to register, and you can register in Elias Hall after service. If you have questions, please contact the church office. Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church Singles Ministry presents a tour to Washington, D.C., our nation's capital. On this guided tour of D.C., it will include stops at the Martin Luther King Jr. National Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial, and also a stop at the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture. The deadline to register for this trip is March 26th. It's sponsored by the Singles Ministry, but any adult in Macedonia is welcome to attend. For more information, please contact Peggy Johnson at 407-437-5829 or pf400xlb@gmail.com. The Youth Ministry will present its annual Easter speech program on Sunday, April 1st at 8:30 a.m. Please stop by Elias Hall after this service to pick up your speech. We have parks for all ages from pre-K through the 12th grade. The 2030 Ministry invites you to come out for Deeply Rooted, a seasonal series on growth. The 2030 Ministry meets every second and fourth Wednesday here at Macedonia. We invite all 2030 members to come out and join us. Get ready, it's happening, it's appointed, it's anointed. The Single Adult Ministry Symposium. Save the date, Saturday, April 14th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Registration is required and the event is open to everyone. Join Macedonia's Health Ministry at this year's 13th Annual Health and Wellness Fair. The event is free to the community and is being held on Saturday, April 21st from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Hungerford Prep Gymnasium. Access over 70 vendors, free health screenings, Zumba, food, door prizes, activity for the kids, and much more. Contact Tanja, the parish nurse, for more information or to schedule mammogram and blood donation appointments. This event is also co-sponsored by Orlando Health. We are more than halfway there, pushing our way toward the next goal, $2 million. By prayer, faith, obedience, willing hearts, and God making a way, we will reach the $2 million goal to begin Phase 2. Phase 2 is critical because it builds on the church's future, the youth. It includes accommodations for children's church, a nursery, meeting rooms, and space to host musical, dance, theater, and other events. Let's continue with our pledge commitments. If you have not yet joined the journey, we invite you to participate. Pray. Ask God what you should do. Have a willing heart. Give generously. Remember, it is not equal giving, it is equal sacrifice.
Those are the announcements for this morning. God bless you.
Amen. Let me just say very quickly, thank you for your attention. We want to say, here's a few endorsements, cards, thank you cards. Pastor Barnes and Macedonia family, thank you for the love that was given to us in the passing of our mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother. Perhaps you said a prayer, sung a song, baked a cake, gave a donation, or made a special gift. We thank you with much love. Ola Coffee, amen. We also want to say to the Macedonia Church family, we would like to thank you for your calls and your prayers during our time of loss. Your kindness makes such a difference in my life. The Barnes and Hunter family. We also want to say, Pastor Barnes and the Macedonian Church, Pastor Barnes' words cannot express our sincere appreciation to you and all the congregation calls, hospital visits, prayers, counseling, and words of comfort during the loss of my son, former Mayor Bruce Mount. Your presence, spiritual counsel, and support helped me to get through the hardest moments of my life. I would also like to say thank you to Brother Calvin and the entire music department, Sister Peggy and the entire repast staff, and all who served our family. Your acts of kindness will never be forgotten. Sister Evelyn Ziegler, Mount family. All right, okay. All right, we have some others, and we just want to just say them briefly. We've already read them this morning. Thank you. Your prayers and calls and flowers that's come from Larry and Susan Jenkins. Thank you. Thanking the Lord for you and the faithfulness that you show His love. Warm regards, Sandra, Prince Kelly, and family. Elma Graters. I think that's right. Okay. Okay. Pastor Barnes, Macedonia family, you have such a good heart. You've always saying something thoughtful or doing something kind. And today I want to be sure you know how very much you appreciate it. Lily Shakes. Amen. All right, I think I read most of those. We want you to know, okay, the women's are getting ready to launch their workshop this weekend. Yeah, all right. Okay, all right, I guess we'll have to accept that. That'll do. You all excited? I hope you are. You'll be prayerful as you go into your weekend, and pray God do a special thing for you, and that which will come to fruition. All right, we also want to thank you for the support given throughout, of course, for the times of bereavement, and we are doing much work in the hospital area. Let me remind you how important it is for you to let us know if there's some illness or some hospital visitation. We continue to lift up those, especially our elder Deacon Blue, who's now at home. Let the staff know as best you can. They've been instructed to make sure they communicate to those who are responsible for visits, myself and the deacons and what other member. So don't hesitate to let us know, because that's the only way we can get information unless you call us. Just inform us. If you're a member, do that. Inform us. Our deacons are ready to go to work, and our staff is ready to help coordinate the activities. So we appreciate all that you do. Also, we want to keep you in mindful that the workshop that was postponed on the 10th is now scheduled for the 24th. I say again, this is important. It is a transition that is taking place to build the infrastructure that we have a consistent means of accomplishing tasks that we set out for at the beginning of the year. And we are doing that with the auxiliary leadership. We're going to have our next second meeting. This is the second meeting. It's going to be involving leaders who are mandatory that you be there. And here's what I say. If you cannot be there, now you can make up excuse if you want to, or you can just can't because of some other reason. Have a representative of your particular auxiliary there. Because now when we make decisions, you're not there, then we don't need to come back and say, well, when did y'all say that? Well, when you were not at the meeting. Amen. So we just don't come out because we're trying to hold everyone accountable as we move forward with the agenda. Now, let me also congratulate you. We are in a very positive flow with our steering committee, with our building committee. We are moving only with the church-approved agenda for us. We are moving to proceed with the means in which we're going to put in place the process to develop our phase 2 development. And there are some things that we have to come back to you. There are some plans and things that need to be implemented from the spiritual side as well as the physical side that we may continue to move aggressively forward. We have no intentions of hesitating. As you can see in the announcements, we are halfway there. We are less than halfway of the goal at which we're in the met. Now, I am praying, and I hope you're praying, and that you will continue to respond in a manner that is positive. I am sure that God that we serve, I was listening to Tony Evans, he talks about faith, and he talks about faith, that belief become before what you can see. That when you believe, it's before what you see. That's what faith is. It's, some of us wait to what we can see. Well, what you see ain't faith. I need two folk. I just need two. And that you have to believe. It was just so inspirational. Sometimes just sit, especially when you're a preacher, listen to another preacher. And sometimes we have to understand that the God that we serve is the Superman of faith. And I never forget the example. He said, we stuck in the ditch and all these strong men on the bus. And you get all these strong men to push you out of the bus, push the bus. The bus won't come out of the hole. But you got Clark Kent on the bus. See, if y'all don't know about Superman, you don't know what I'm talking about. Clark Kent sitting on the bus. Amen. Trying to get out of the hole with Clark Kent on the bus. And too many of us are stuck in a hole, but we got Clark Kent on the bus. Now you got to understand now, Clark Kent's power don't come from Earth. His power comes from Krypton. Y'all ain't gonna walk with me. So when you want the help of Clark Kent, you call him off and he's gonna pull off his tie and pull off his shirt. And he's gonna come in the form of Superman. See, if you want God to move anything on your life, you got him in his son on the bus. Every now and then you got to take a step of faith. It ain't what you see. It ain't what you see. But got Clark Kent on the bus. Ain't nobody gonna help me. If you had the faith of a grain of mustard seed. I heard the man say you can speak to your mountain. And so many of us don't want to get engaged in the stuff that's holding us back. But when you got faith in God, God will allow you to speak to your situation. I didn't ask you to move it. You ain't able to move it. But I know a Superman. I know somebody. Ain't nobody gonna help me up here. And I trust God. Amen. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of what you can't see.